scooting that chair up like that. You guys don't really need an opening statement from me, right? Happy that we won, and we played Rutgers. It feels like I've played against Rutgers for 20 straight years, and every game has looked exactly like this. So I thought when I left the Big Ten, I'd never have to play Steve Michael again, but yet here we are every year.
Questions?
Micah, obviously you guys built a decent lead in the first half there, and then Rutgers kind of kept battling back, but every time they threw that punch, it seemed like you guys, for the most part, were able to kind of withstand that. Just talk about the resilience of your team and being able to kind of keep them within kind of that striking distance at most of the time.
Yeah, that's something for us that, kind of both things that going into this year we've had to improve on. Last year we would build leads, people would come back, and we didn't have that answer, right? And we ended up losing a lot of close games that way. I thought we did a good job of answering each time. I thought some of our mistakes were kind of self-inflicted, but there were moments where we did play with some calm, and we got some baskets to kind of weather the storm, and that's important for us to kind of get and see early in the season.
Mike, you mentioned playing Rutgers a lot over the years, a lot of different versions of Rutgers. What sticks out about this year's team? What's different about them? Just when you were watching them on tape, playing them today, what sticks out about them?
When you look, like you said, the personnel's changed a lot, right? Obviously, last year was completely different, right? With two, I forget where Ace went, 9th, 5th? Yeah, 2 top 5 draft picks, right? They were so good. This year's team, this team is like his identity. Like just gritty, tough, nasty, like always compete. We talk to our guys about when they get down, they really amp up their pressure, their attacking, and how they play. So I think he probably really enjoys coaching this group just because I think they fit his personality and who he is. And then today we called him on they haven't shot the ball well, right? But to go 11 for 27, they really got it going now. If they can start to do that, and then with that crowd, that's one of the hardest places to play. So now they start to get that crowd behind them, which feeds their defense. Like they're going to be okay.
Can you speak to Marcus Burton? Obviously missed most of the tournament last year after the injury. The last 2 games obviously played great. He's obviously one of the best point guards in college basketball. I believe he had 21, 5, and 6 today. What makes him so dynamic on the offensive end specifically?
Yeah, I think just his speed and his ability to get in like small cracks and crevices to find openings, right? When you don't think it's there, when you think you have him bottled up, he can get there. And then I thought he really tried to play make for guys today too, to get guys some extra shots. And when he's doing that now, people are worried about those guys, and he's getting more layups in that way. So he competes. He's a competitor. He's trying to guard on the opposite end. He's scoring on the other end. And then he's keeping our guys together just with his talk and his energy. So just proud of his growth. And this is a hard game, right? I know we played the game yesterday, but Rutgers was the game he got hurt last year. And the player that hurt him was starting, right? So mentally to get through that, I think was really important for him, especially early in the game.
You mentioned them making a lot of threes. They took a lot of threes. They don't usually take this many. Was that you guys trying to force them to shoot from the perimeter, or was that them just, you think?
I think a little bit of both, right? We're a gap help oriented team, so we're going to be in gaps, and they've been so good at living in the paint. So we thought we needed to win the paint battle on both ends of the court. And I didn't think some of our movements defensively were good, leaving the gaps at the right time, and it led to some open shots. We didn't have great discipline guarding pin downs. We whipped a bunch, and they got some threes that way. So I think how we guarded them led to more threes, but once they got going too, right? Then then that changes some things, right? Like, Dylan Grant was 3 for 5 and started 3 for 3, right? Like, he could have rolled an ankle when he got into two-way or something.
How do you prepare for tomorrow, knowing, or possibly Thursday, I guess, technically as well, but, not knowing, A, who you're going to play, what time you might play, what do you guys do today to kind of prepare for that?
Yeah, number one is rest, right? Get back and get back to the hotel and rest. Luckily, we played the early game. We don't know what tomorrow's going to hold or the time, but at least we get a significant amount of rest time by playing the first game today. And then, our staff has kind of broken it up in different teams. They've kind of looked at different scenarios of who could play, what are the records now, like who's playing in what gym, who's playing at what time, and they've done a good job of trying to plan ahead. But I think day 3 for everybody becomes more about them and their team and system. You got to trust your system on day 3 because you just don't have the preparation time to be like a normal game. You're not going to have that preparation time. So like tomorrow's going to be about system for really every team that plays.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Mike. I think Steve feels the same way about you.
Man, golly. We're on the Ethics Coalition together, so I see him once a month also on every Zoom.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, see you.